Good morning, everyone. It's my Sunday morning walk, heading up the mountain from the house. September, I think the 3rd today. I know it's Sunday. I believe it's the 3rd September for sure. So just something that's been on my mind. Been gonna little story, kind of keep it short as possible, but something that different people ask me, because I talked to a lot of people messaging back and forth and friends back home. People, American people here ask me a lot of these same questions as we climb up the mountain here. It's very steep. I'll probably climb about 1,000, 2,000 feet while we're speaking, so maybe out of breath. Here and there on the climb, it's early morning, about 8:30. So anyhow, you ever watch the show or see the movie Dancing with the Wolves? Kevin Costner's the movie star in there. So this story of the Philippines, or my journey, reminds me of that movie. So if you didn't watch the movie, I highly recommend you seeing it. It's a very good movie. Anyhow, it's about this like captain in the military back then, and he's out East Coast, and modern cities and conveniences, not much left to see as far as the Wild West, Indians and cowboys and animals, and just a different way of life. And anyhow, he ends up requesting, he becomes a war hero and ends up requesting that he's out on a remote outpost somewhere out west. So he gets out there and he finds there's no people out there, and he soon discovers some local Indian tribes, villages, and befriends them and adopts their way of life, and finds them interesting in their culture. And so what he's taught and thought back east is these people are foolish and savages and all kinds of stuff, and why in the heck would you want to go out west? There's nobody and there's no conveniences and just savage people or something. So that's what he's told. But he goes and what he ends up discovering is a different way of life and a different life, and he adopts the Indians adopt him, and he becomes one of them. That's kind of how I feel here, not word for word, but I come here for adventure, and I certainly have it. I thought I knew most of what I would be finding, but it's still even surprising after you study it for 5 years. I think you know a lot on video and talking to people and friends and family. But as I've gotten here, just every day is an adventure. People hand harvesting corn. I just passed a group of people shelling corn. They have a machine. Most people do over here now, but they're hand picking, and here's some cornfields as we speak on cue. And yesterday, as a family friends, and they showed me how to make coconut oil, which was real interesting. I got a little video about that coming up. Quite beautiful. You can see I've come up out of the valley, so I live closer to the ocean down there around the corner. Dragon fruit farm and everything, so quite a climb. That's why I'm gasping for air, trying to talk and do this. So that's kind of what I kind of feel like is I've went back 75, 150 years in America. Now that's for, the province life where I live. Now if you live in a certain part of a big city, Manila, Elo Elo, Bacala, Cebu, you know, you're going to get a little bit different experience there. Plus, they have some ultra modern things. I went to Elo Elo last couple weeks ago, and over by the malls, well, I couldn't tell I wasn't in Ohio somewhere, Cincinnati or Columbus or some bigger city. So there's a variety here, but I would say 75% of the to 85% is like you see here. Kind of native people, farming, province life. That's in between all the cities, and there's not a lot of big cities here, so it's quite a few, but it's not, you know, city after city. There's wide expanses of you know, where you're province life and see the country like this. So because Elo Elo, it's about an hour and a half drive from here or so. An hour drive, an hour and a half. And so, and in between there's some smaller cities and a lot of this type of stuff. Big mountains and fields and people farming. And so I just find it very comparable and reminds me of that. So you know, just every day it's something, you know, hand doing, and not going to a store and buying coconut oil, but making coconut oil. Not get your tractor, go to the market and buy corn, although you can do all that here, but you know, you come up and hand pick, carabao, plow your field, usually come in and pick each year and throw it in a pile, and motorcycles come pick it up in bags and take it to a sheller somewhere. Up here we have they're making charcoal. I made a video about the two or three videos, so we'll talk about that as we come by. But this is another example. You know, America, who makes charcoal? You know, we go to the store, buy charcoal in a bag, you know, get a can of gas and natural propane and do our cooking. Pardon me here as I try to get through the smoke here. I'll turn around and as I get through there. Yeah, plus it's warm. It's kind of following me with the breeze. If I get clear of it, I'll turn around. Hey, buddy. Shh. So there you go. So to illustrate my point and be perfect is, yeah, here they're making charcoal. And of course they cook with it, and a lot of it's probably sold. Over there's the beautiful view of the ocean. So just a little bit of my story. You know, and when have they did these type of things in America? It's been, you know, 75, 100 some years ago when people hand-picked corn and possibly made their own charcoal. But here it's very common. Every other family, you know, fishes, so makes clothes, men's clothes, you know, just very self-reliant in doing things. So to see that all replay again in life for me, because that's what it is, because it's lost for the most part in America. I mean, there's pockets and certain groups still doing that, but for the most part, you don't, it's not a daily occurrence unless you're living in a particular area. But here it's pretty widespread still. Again, it's not everybody, but the majority live like that still. You hand make a tool, you want a machete, well, you get a chunk of metal and form it and cut it and sharpen it and put a handle on it, and you got a machete. You want to work on your motorcycle or something like that, well, you get your tools out or start fiddling and fix it yourself for the most part. Like I said, there is all kinds of modern conveniences as you get to some of the bigger cities. There's Honda shops, and so like I said, it's kind of a mix. The mix of 10-20% modern American spots, and then America 150 years ago. So, which is kind of where I'm at. I get to see both, but mostly what you just seen coming up the mountain, cornfields and people making charcoal and things like that. So anyhow, that's the story I wanted to share with everybody this morning. I try to come up with something or see something interesting every day and share it with you. So, and every day in the Philippines, I think, is a day of discovery. So just when I think I'm going to get home, somebody says hi and wants to show me something, and I've never seen it before. So yesterday I made coconut oil, or learned how to do that, and took part in the process. And I almost got a ride on a carabao, which is like a water buffalo or something, a big bull cow that they use up here in the mountain province life. And I was supposed to get a ride in one up the mountain and check that out, because I've certainly never done that. But so another day. So well, anyhow, on that note, we're kind of panning back around. Just beautiful. You can't hardly see. I'll see if I can zoom in on stuff, but it's way down there. That's the National Highway. We're about 3 times the zoom, so that's a 4-lane highway that goes around the Visayas Island. So I live about a 3/4 of a kilometer off of that, at the bottom of this mountain. You can see the charcoal flame smoke coming up over the bay there. So yeah, well, that's it this morning, this Sunday morning. Everybody have a great Sunday, and hope you're all blessed and doing well, and thanks for watching.